In the Smeal College of Business, creativity and innovation are considered especially valuable. In Management 453, the dedicated students who embody these characteristics are members of an elite squad known as Group 3. These are their stories.
In this video, you will learn how to use creativity and innovation to achieve your business venture goals. The first step is to know your purpose. Purpose is the reason why something is created or for which something exists. It acts as the anchor to the whole of the innovation journey. Using a model known as the 6 I's, we will guide you through the process of creativity and innovation. The 6 I's are like 6 steps or phases. They include identify, ignite, investigate, invest, implement, and improve. The diagram is shown as circular because these steps can be followed in any order. Each of the 6 I's requires different skills, capabilities, and supporting processes that need to be maximized if you, your team, or organization are to innovate consistently and effectively. Now, the members of Group 3 will explore the meaning of each of the 6 I's.
There's lots of change happening today, and it's happening quicker than ever before. Many decision makers and organizations assume industry stability, but the rules are constantly being broken. For example, Uber disrupted the transportation industry with this innovative business style. It's more important now than ever to value the skill of identifying. Being curious and open to new ideas and opportunities are key to being an identifier. An identifier can identify trends and patterns and then see what opportunities they offer. They're curious, and they have a positive outlook. Challenges an identifier might face are missing the details, being easily bored, and being too lazy. Having a mindset that includes a compelling desire to learn and experience new things is known as the blue ocean strategy, which is key to being an identifier. Now here's Evan to talk about the next I.
The next I, ignite, is central to innovation. Creating a culture and an organization where people feel free and unafraid to propose new ideas is key to the ignite stage. The igniter phase is centered around the generation of new ideas. Igniters are known as the first to come up with new ideas, or first movers. Igniters should be careful that they don't become distracted with too many ideas. This could dilute their energy and effectiveness. Colleagues should encourage igniters and not be dismissive of their ideas.
Igniters are typically the first to come up with new ideas. They are good at seeking new knowledge and they are original thinkers. Some challenges are that they can become distracted with too many ideas, act without thinking, and generate ideas without following through.
Left brain thinking is associated with time, words, self-control, and logic. Our world and education system often promotes this type of thinking. However, creative problem solving for igniters requires the opposite, right brain thinking. Right brain thinking includes emotional expression, faces, and intuition. And now I'll pass it on to Hong for the next I.
The investigability let us know how an idea can get into the market. Good investigators usually think things really thoroughly and deeply, and they avoid jumping to the implementation directly. They can systematically make a judgment and analyze to make sure it is useful and feasible. Good investigators usually ask customers and stakeholders what they like and what they don't like. Investigators should avoid risk, otherwise they may lose their focus. A good investigator usually stands back and looks at the broader context of how an idea can get to the market. They systematically research, analyze, and assess ideas. They are good at testing their ideas with customers and stakeholders and get feedback from them. However, they may sometimes face the challenges. They continuously seek validation, so they stall. Or sometimes they get lost in details and losing the set of the big pictures. We should use our past experience to guide our investigation in the future. In conclusion, when we have an idea, we need to start investigating. Now I pass to John for next slides.
When asked what people thought of him being called a pioneer, a famous chef once said, "It's easy to be called a pioneer when you have already succeeded." If I failed, I wouldn't be here right now. One thing all those who have failed and succeeded have in common is that they had the courage to take a risk. That's the first and main trait of a good investor. One of the most important investor skills is to stay calm through the challenges and venture off into the unknown despite what's ahead. A successful investor is good at judging when and where to allocate time, money, people, and other resources. Another strength they have is they have the willingness to follow hunches and know when to take a risk. Some of their weaknesses, though, are that they become a bottleneck in their own worst enemy, and other weaknesses that they don't know where to allocate their funds. The mindset of a great investor recognizes victory and success comes after a road of dead ends and disasters. I'll pass it on to Michael with the next I.
The next I, implement, is one of the most critical because you cannot create value without it. Even if you have a great idea, what's often not anticipated is the difficulty of actually bringing your new innovation to the market. That, along with the conservative nature of buyers and the wall of disappointment most entrepreneurs face. In terms of strengths, implementers are often good at planning and organizing, they have high risk management skills, and they're very good at building alliances and partnerships. On the other hand, some challenges may include jumping into action too quickly, getting caught up in operational issues and not focusing on the bigger picture, and looking more at practical feasibility than exploring creative alternatives during implementation. Just because your idea is good doesn't mean that it will be successful, making the implement skill extremely valuable. Now, on to the rest of the group for the last I.
We all sit on a mountain of value, yet we often don't see it.
This means we have to use and leverage what we already have to improve.
Do not chase after new fruit until you harvest the fruit that you have already grown.
Get value from what already exists.
Whether we are talking about a person or a business, life is a process requiring continuous improvement. As an improver, your strengths would include being open to gathering feedback from customers, stakeholders, and people, being able to learn from your experience and capture that knowledge, and also turning what you have learned into other opportunities. Challenges, on the other hand, may include finding it difficult to imagine opportunities arising from your experience, being fearful of leaving your knowledge comfort zone, or not taking time to reflect on what you have learned. Improve, along with the rest of the 6 I's, provide the proper roadmap to successful creativity and innovation. I'm Michael with Group 3. Thanks for watching.